welcome back to Movies and Beyond. This time it's something a little different. This is going to be our gaming segment, which is where we talk about games, news, behind the scenes stuff that's happening there. Obviously, it's going to be very similar to the movies, but at the same time, it's going to be different. So yeah, I'm Kyle.
You gotta get used to that, mate. You gotta get used to that.
That's Callum.
Yeah.
And yeah, we're just going to be talking about the latest news. There's a lot to go through. We're going to go through it as quick as possible. But it is quite a beefy amount of news. So, Callum, how are we doing?
Doing good, my friend. And I have just realised I didn't put the new border on, which had Assassin's Creed on it. But oh well,
It's alright.
It's alright.
It's alright. There's more stuff that's not even in the border for topic wise. So
yeah, but yeah. Apart from that,
yeah,
I'm doing good. I just want to say before we get started, me and Kyle are just as big gaming fans as we are movie fans. They're both bleed into each other of like how much we love them. Like we'll both book time off work to go see films, and we'll both book time off work to go see games. When we get into the Spider-Man stuff, obviously we'll talk more about that. But yeah, I'm feeling great, feeling on top of the world. We've just smashed out one video. Let's smash out another. So yeah,
good stuff. So our first topic today is it's a bit of a personal one for me. It's to do with the Xbox conference. I was excited for it. You know, it was good overall. I thought it was pretty good. Obviously Starfield for me was the highlight. They've just done the Ubisoft one, I believe, today. I was hoping I'd see something Halo related because we have had nothing other than just very bland and uninteresting content for the Halo Infinite game. And also in regards to State of Decay 3, obviously that was announced quite a while ago. We got nothing of that, which is a little disappointing. In fact, the only thing we got for Halo is that Master Chief and Arbiter are coming to Brawlers. So that was yeah, that kind of sucks. I can't lie. But yeah, it's a very short topic. It was just kind of get it out of the way. I'm disappointed that we didn't get State of Decay 3 in anything about that. Hopefully we'll do in the future. Okay. Obviously I'm not gonna really ask Callum because I know he's not really into Halo kind of thing. So
I love Master Chief.
Master Chief, but State of Decay 3, you like the second one?
I really love State of Decay 2. That was the online one. You know, I remember I know we didn't play it for a long time, but when we did play it, we had a fun time. You know, I remember just a big group of us just all going on, messing about, and just like, you know, I always have that thing with me in games when someone's chasing me and I feel like someone's behind me. I always get a big reaction out of that. So yeah,
you're going through your Daryl phase at that point,
yes,
so you always had your crossbow
all the time.
Yeah, in the game, yeah.
Yeah,
oh, quite cool.
Yes. Always a crossbow.
Hell yeah. So, another thing I want to touch upon in this sort of Xbox, just talking about the stuff in the topic. I just want to get this out of the way because it's stuff that kind of it's interesting and also disappointing. I just want to get that stuff out of the way. But for the next thing we've got, it's Fable. Now, I don't know if you've played any of the Fable games, Callum.
Yes, I have. Yeah.
Which ones did you play?
I played Fable 3, I believe. I remember it was one of the first games that Xbox gave away.
Yeah.
With Xbox Live.
It was part of their goal, 2 games a month thing, wasn't it? Yeah. I'm in the exact same boat. I played that. I'm a big Skyrim guy, and to play this, it felt like a dumbed down Skyrim, but it's not a bad thing. It had its own sort of quirks, and I enjoyed it. I had a good time with it. So, obviously, we haven't had a Fable game in a long time. So I was kind of looking forward to this new Fable game. We didn't get much in details or anything like that, I don't think. It was kind of just a generic trailer, but it's good to know that we are getting it because I know that it's had a bit of trouble just even getting into development. Obviously, the developers that were originally doing it, they were doing something else. I believe they did something with the Kinect. I think it was one of the lead guys. Do you remember the the dude, and he did a video, and he was talking about that Milo kid on Connect years ago.
Oh yeah.
He was in charge of Fable, you see, and after that he just kind of I don't know where he's gone after that, but he was the lead guy in Fable, so it's good to know that we're getting Fable back. So yeah, what do you think to that?
I remember playing I believe it was on the 360.
Oh yeah, definitely.
If I'm not wrong,
yeah,
so
yeah.
that was a long time ago, maybe 10 years ago now. We're talking when they started doing that. I remember having a lot of fun with that. I'm pretty sure I remember something to do with, like it's gonna sound so bad. I'm not even gonna say it. So much to do with mating in it.
Yeah,
I remember
you
you coming to. So just to date us a bit, or not date us. I remember Kyle coming to school and telling me that, oh, you can like put a woman in a dungeon and make her your wife, but she's got to have your kids.
I remember I remember I was talking to some friends online. Obviously, this was years ago, and they were saying, yeah, you can have kids and stuff, and you can buy condoms from shop. And I ran straight to the shop to see if this was true, or if I was, taking the mickey. And you can buy protection, which was interesting. But that's just one element of the game, which I thought was like, wow, that's something else. But I overall enjoyed the game.
Yeah, that's really all I remember from Fable. Was it co-op?
I think it was local co-op. I'm not sure about online.
Because I'm pretty sure that you were telling me he was like gonna like marry me or something.
I don't know. I've not played the game the same amount of time as you.
Don't back out of this now. You're gonna marry me.
I'm not. I mean, if in the new Fable game, you better get that ring ready, because.
Oh yeah. Wait, which one?
I'll let you decide.
All right.
Cool. So, for our next topic, it's the elephant in the room, Starfield. Now Starfield has, it's had hype behind it, but not as much as other Bethesda games. Just because of obviously what happened with Fallout 76. I didn't really let that taint me. I felt like 76 wasn't really a Bethesda game, so to speak. It was a very side project almost. I knew 76 wasn't going to be really for me, because I know Elder Scrolls Online wasn't for me. I love Skyrim. I love Fallout 3, Vegas, and 4. And when they announced 76, it was going to be online and stuff like that. I was like, it'd be cool, but I don't know if it's gonna, it's just gonna be a little bit like how online was, and it was very just, I don't know, it just wasn't for me, to be honest. What are your thoughts, Callum, anyways, on Starfield, just on the brief, well, not brief, but we had quite a chunky bit of gameplay.
40 minutes instead of watching a film before I went to bed last night, or a TV show. I actually just watched that. My thoughts on it. So I'll give you a little bit of history with me with Bethesda games. I said something controversial last time in our movie show. I'm going to say something controversial here. Not a big fan of Skyrim. I'm not. But I love Fallout. I played New Vegas and Fallout 3 on the PC after I had played Fallout 4 on the Xbox One, and I loved Fallout 4. I never finished the game, but playing it, I loved it, making your compound and building all the stuff around it. So in that aspect, that gets me excited for Starfield. Because I remember how much fun I had doing all that stuff. And if, they bring that stuff over, you can make outposts, you can make your own ship. Which, by the way, looks fantastic. Making your own ship.
I remember the first thing you said to me was when because before they showed the gameplay here, they already announced that you could customize and create your own ship. And I remember the first thing you say, you're going to make the Razor Crest on...
Gotta make a Razor Crest.
From Mando.
That's when the Razor Crest was still around. It's not even around anymore.
I know. It's but that got me thinking though. I was looking forward to the game and I was excited, and I wasn't even thinking about all the crazy possibilities that mods can bring us, or just doing your own thing. So it's a very big game, but I think it's getting a little bit of controversy. I think we're going to see a little bit more people talking about this. It's capped at 30 FPS on consoles.
Right.
Not on PC though. On PC you can set it to whatever you want. I believe, if I'm not wrong.
So it
But
but
it
capped
is.
at 30 FPS
It's
on console, but is it a
hard capped.
Xbox exclusive?
It's an Xbox exclusive, yes,
Right.
but it is coming to PC. It is coming to Steam as well, but it's going to be a Game Pass day one as well for Xbox. So you can, if you've got Game Pass on your PC or Xbox, you'll be able to play it straight off the bat there. I spoke to a friend about it this morning, and he told me that if you actually have the game, if you have Game Pass already, you can actually upgrade. I don't know how much it was, but he said it was cheaper to upgrade to the deluxe version of the game. So that's cool that they're doing that. Do you know what I mean? They're really
Yeah.
taking advantage of Bethesda being a part of Xbox now.
Which we knew this was coming when the acquisition happened.
Absolutely, yeah.
My, I said this to you on the phone earlier. We didn't talk too much about it because we were saving it for the show. My biggest concern with this game is, look, we've both got jobs now. It's, gaming isn't the same as when we were younger. You could, drop all this time into it. When I was watching that gameplay stuff last night, I was blown away. But a part of me also thought, oh my god, when am I gonna find time to do anything in this game? Because I would come in, customize my ship, like when I finish work, and then that'd be all I'd probably get to do. Because the game looks amazing. Capped at 30 frames per second. You know me. You know me. I've never been that bothered for FPS. As long as I can see it running smoothly.
I think in the trailers though it is having some stutter issues, and that this is in the trailers that they're showing us.
Yeah.
So that's something to bear in mind. But obviously you're not too bothered about FPS.
No, I just want to. The big part of it is be your own person, your own character, like it is with most Bethesda games. Take on your own role.
Yeah.
Do what you want to do. And this game looks more freer than any other game. I thought I was watching a Donald Trump rally when I was watching this because I heard the word freedom so many times. But I thought. So I'm going to contradict myself a bit here. So I think, oh my god, when am I going to have time to play this game, put any hours into this game to do anything significant? But also, if it's so free and you can just go off and do whatever you want from the get-go, then I can really play this game at my own pace. And, it could be a game that I get a year out of.
Yeah, or even shorter or longer. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think with this game is it's gonna tailor to everyone. I know it's a big thing, but that's what it's the vibe it's really giving off. You can really go in depth and go crazy with your character, do all this sort of thing, build all these outposts, build ships. If I'm not wrong, I think there's going to be a little bit of sort of, I don't know the words to do it, like a job, but not like a job. It's going to be, so if you do a smuggle run, for example, you're going to be able to do that probably unlimited amount of times, say to earn money if you go into that sort of profession with your character and the way you build. And he's like a really good smuggler, so his ship is really good for it. He'll get past sensors, whatever. But the thing is as well, it's going to have that story element to it, and that's something for people that just want the story and still want to experience the game and all it has to offer, but in a more linear path.
Yeah.
I think that's something that'll probably be more tailored to you, I think. Whereas like the open stuff, where you can just stray away from the story. Obviously, like I said, in the story bit, they'll go into building your base, building your ships and stuff. But I think it's all going to be stuff on the side. It's like sides on a dish. Because if you remember in Fallout 4, building your base, you didn't have to do that. That was optional. That was completely optional. So yeah, I think it will soak up a lot of your time. Obviously, I love that it's on PC. I know Xbox have bought them, but I love that it's on PC. It's the right move, especially now that it's not on PlayStation. I have a PlayStation. Callum has a PlayStation. We both have PCs, so that it's a godsend that we're getting it on PC.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't want to. I kind of want to stay on Starfield a little
Oh
bit
yeah,
longer.
yeah.
Just quickly here, I'm going to merge because I'm going to talk about this in a separate topic, but I'm going to kind of merge it into this one. So I don't know if you've seen, but we're getting a new Xbox. Kinda, not really. So you know, there's the Series X, and then there's the Series S, which is the less powerful, less storage, smaller
Yeah.
Xbox, and it's the white one. They have it was shown in the Xbox conference. I literally just caught it because I kind of skimmed through it. So we're getting a new Series S. It's going to be in matte black, and it's going to be a terabyte of storage. That's it. It's still not as powerful as the X. It's not a Series X Slim, anything like that. It's literally just more storage. And again, I don't know who this is targeted for. I don't get why they've released this.
Yeah.
Because go on, I'll let you.
Well, like I was gonna say, the people who this is targeted towards, you know, the bigger storage and, you know, the cheaper price, the cheaper retail price, are also the people who don't want to buy games online. They want to buy their games in a disc, and I'm pretty sure this Xbox doesn't have a disc drive, does it? It's all digital.
No. Yeah, so here's the thing. Maybe they're just doing it because they're trying to cater to games these days being 100 gig plus. I mean, just look at the latest Star Wars Jedi Survivor game, 150 gigabytes. Wow, that's massive. The Series S, the one that's currently out, that's only got 512 gigabytes.
Got as much as that on my phone.
Exactly, yeah. And some of that's been taken up by the OS system, so it's the Xbox system that, you know, controls everything. So some of that's been taken up by that, so you're left with probably 400, less than 400. So yeah, with that in mind, with the Series X though, I'm a little gutted that we're not getting at least an option to do 60 FPS. With this game and you know, Starfield and its combat, it looks a lot smoother than previous Bethesda games. They've vastly improved it from game to game. I find look at Fallout 3, then Skyrim. You know, it's still a bit janky, but it's smoothed. And then you look at Fallout 4, and it's, you know, it's really, really well done. And then you look at this, and it looks even better. It still has that little bit of jank, but you know, it's getting there. And so I feel like, with obviously being a next gen title, and it's very FPS focused. If you go down that route, if you do that thing, but all in all, Starfield is an FPS game. You know, it's gonna have shooting in it. You're gonna shoot a gun, however way you play it.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, I wish it was bumped up to 60. I'm a little disappointed that, for at least the people that own Series X's, Xbox has not had a great track record lately of games and stuff like that.
Yeah, no.
Exclusives and you know what I mean? And
What was
Redfall.
Redfall, yeah, Redfall.
Yeah. And that was obviously a massive disaster, and everyone said that looked like an original Xbox game. It looked worse than an original Xbox game, people have been saying. So yeah, it's a little disappointing that their biggest game of the year can't do 60 FPS on their flagship console. It's a little embarrassing for them, if I can't lie. I'm okay with it. I can run it at 30 FPS. I can have a good time. I'm probably gonna end up seeing how well it runs on my old PC. It's a little dated right now. But you know what? I'm not gonna buy that matte black 1 terabyte Xbox. I'm just gonna get the already Series S that's out. Yes, it doesn't have much storage, but I'm not gonna play anything on it other than Starfield, or I might jump on Halo or something like that. Do you know what I mean? So the Series S is perfect for me because I can just play Starfield. So
yeah, I might have to jump on that with you as well, because I was an Xbox guy my whole life, and then we both switched to PlayStation because of the exclusives. Now that Xbox is maybe trying to win some people back, or or keep their audience with some exclusives as well that haven't gone their way this year so far, then Starfield really needs to hit big for them. So
Yeah.
yeah, and the fact that they're offering it on Game Pass, where it's like, look, if you've got the console, you don't need to buy this game. You can just get the Game Pass, pay for your online and everything monthly, and you'll have that game, a license to that game. So it is, intriguing to people that way, which maybe that's who the Terabyte ones aim towards. Just Game Pass users. People who will just get it just for the sake of using the Game Pass. But
yeah. Because, I mean, a lot of people play Call of Duty. We play Call of Duty, and that's a big game. And we played, obviously, Jedi Survivor, and that's 150 gigabytes. So with Starfield, I've got to ask, is it a game that you feel like you're going to book some time off work for? Because I know that's a thing for you.
Well, I would. If I had any days holiday left to book,
Would you though?
I've got 1 day left, so maybe I will.
Okay. Might want to look into it, because on the deluxe edition versions of the game, you get the game 5 days earlier, if I'm not wrong.
Oh, what day would that be?
That would be on the 1st of September, if I'm not wrong.
Oh.
So.
What day is that, though? Like, day? Is it like a Monday or Tuesday? Because it makes sense if it was a Friday, because then I get the weekend to play as well, but booking a random day off in the middle of the week, which I've
Friday, so you'll have Saturday and Sunday to play it.
Maybe, that's actually not a bad shout. But I have booked a random day off in the middle of the week this week, because we're seeing Flash so late, but I wouldn't usually do that. Yeah, maybe. I think I need to see a bit more. And it needs to win me over a bit more, because I would put that day into the game. But if I don't have time to follow it up, then
what's holding back for you? Because I know you're a bit hesitant on it.
I love the look of the game, like making your own ship, being a space like Peter Quill or Star Wars sort of space pirate, whatever you want to do. That stuff appeals to me so much. I've wanted a game like this for ages. It is putting the time into it. Now,
I personally think you will do fine with it, because you've played Witcher 3 multiple times. I've not even gotten through that game. I just run off and do all the side stuff and play Gwent.
I see you watch Friday's video.
So, I think this game will definitely tailor to those people, because at the end of the day, people grew up with the Bethesda games. They're like us now. We have jobs. We can't devote a lot of time to it. I'm just glad that I'm really thankful that Bethesda have catered to us as well, who don't have that much time to explore their whole game and 100% it.
Well, that's it.
I'm just glad. I'll just put this out there. I'm glad they didn't do what Ubisoft did and did their time savers, pay to win in a single player game. It boggles my mind that that's a thing, but unfortunately it is.
Yeah, I'm definitely excited for it.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't want to let myself down, if you know what I mean. I really want to play it. It's like when I'm looking dead into the future, and I'm looking at GTA 6, and I think we were 13, 14 when that game came out, and we could spend all the time in the world playing Grand Theft Auto Online, and nothing could stop us. And now it's like, I mean, if you look at our Red Dead characters, you know, they're up there now, but it took a while.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
No, that game was a lot slower, definitely. Right, so, for our next topic, it's going to be a short one. It's just regarding the release date for Spider-Man 2. It's obviously coming out now in October the 20th. what are your thoughts on the release date? Was you expecting it to be
Well, Kyle,
later,
what are my
sooner?
thoughts on Spider-Man coming out this year? Oh my god, I'm so excited. I cannot wait for this game. I want this game to be out now, but if I've got to wait until October 20th, I don't mind, because I will give away my second child so I can play this game right now. No, I'm excited. I've booked the Friday off it comes out, and I've booked the Monday following off, just in case I ain't clocked the game in the weekend. So I've got all the time in the world to play it, take my time with it, and really jump into the game. October 20th. It's a bit later than what I was expecting. I'm pretty sure I was expecting sometime in September before, but I'm just happy that when they first announced the game, they said it's coming out in 2023. They managed to stick to that release date.
Yeah, because a lot of people online were doubting Insomniac. They're the developers of the game, if you don't know, if the game is still slated and still going to be ready for this year. And they came out on Twitter, I think it was a couple of months ago, and saying, yeah, no, we're still on track for 2023. I think there was something about them being ahead of it, so they're doing really, really well. So that's just all good news. I'm excited for the game. Have you had a look into the different editions that they are bringing out?
Yeah,
Just doing that Flash thing.
I have had a look into the different editions, and yellow.
Yeah, I don't know why it's doing that blinking.
I've had a look into the different editions. I'm excited. Obviously, I'm pretty sure the big collector's edition as well that comes with the Venom statue. That's a digital copy as well, isn't it? The Steelbook, is it?
Yeah, I think it will be digital.
How much is that thing? Because I like it, but
I like it. I don't think it'll be that big.
I don't think it'll be that big.
I think it'll be like
what I'd rather put that money towards getting. If I wanted to display something like that, I'd rather put that money towards getting a Miles hot toy, a Peter hot toy, and maybe a Venom hot toy. Just maybe.
Never know.
Yeah. But yeah. One thing I want to say is, I think Venom looks fucking awesome. I think he looks better than he does in the Venom films. From obviously the basketball shot that we've seen of him right here. I think he looks great.
What do you think to the? I don't know if you've seen in the pre-order, but if you buy like the deluxe edition, you get all these suits. I wish I had an image here to show you the suits, but they're out there. They're just sort of like,
I'll say this:
portraits.
I do not like a single one of them suits. I don't.
I agree. The only suit I like is the one you get for Miles and Peter, where he's got like a cape kind of thing. That's the only one that sort of appeals to me. But other than that, no. I think these suits remind me of the Avengers.
Yeah.
The Avengers game, the way they handled their suits, they were just not very. They might look better in game. Do you know what I mean? They might look even better, but for the moment, it's not winning me over. I don't know.
Now, the original Spider-Man game and Miles Morales both have a big library of suits, but I only seen, there's something there for everyone, but I only see a couple that I'd personally use myself for each game. The thing I am most excited for is it seems like they are getting the red on Peter's costume, red, because the first game, it's orange. Come on, that's an orange Spider-Man suit. They need to get that red, like a really deep red, and then I would probably use the basic suit throughout the whole game. But
yeah.
I
don't know if you know this as well. If I'm not wrong, you can mix. I don't know if it's for all the suits, but I know for the two that have the cape on it, they have 3 other color variations as well.
Right. All right.
So.
When it comes to symbiote suit. Obviously, we've seen Peter in the symbiote suit and the gameplay reveal. Do you think there'll be a symbiote version for every suit, or?
Well, that was the rumor for a long time. I mean, we could do. Maybe it's just a different color option for the suit. I don't think it'll be like symbioized kind of thing where it'll completely change the texture. It'll just be a different color. It'll just be a colors that resemble the black and white suit.
Yeah.
So we'll have to wait and see for that. Another thing I want to jump onto here, Venom. Venom. He's not Eddie Brock.
Not Eddie Brock.
Mm-mm.
Well, it's going to be Harry Osborn then, isn't it?
I don't believe they said who it was.
No, I don't think they did. But so this might know because he's got the spider logo on his chest there. So I was thinking, do you think it's the fight Venom first and then he gets a symbiote suit? But no, I do think Venom is going to be end game. You know.
I mean, I don't know if you've noticed with stuff in these games, especially in the first game. I think it didn't really happen too much in Miles Morales game, but in the first one there was a sort of a secret extra villain.
Yeah.
So for all we know, we could be getting Carnage in this game. I don't think we will, but for all we know, there's someone else in the background there that we don't know of yet. So it depends on where this goes. For all we know, Miles could get the symbiote, and he could be rocking the black suit. So it's really up in the air where it's going to go. I know a couple of people have said that Peter is going to turn into Venom. I don't believe that one bit.
No, sorry, man.
Because Venom's already got a voice actor. If they were going to do that, they just use Yuri Lowenthal. Yuri Lowenthal is a brilliant voice actor. He can do all these different tones. I mean, just look at him from Peter in Spider-Man, the game, the first Spider-Man PS4, and then look at him in the gameplay reveal trailer. He sounds aggressive. He sounds mean. You know, he can do all that. He's a voice actor. It's his profession.
Yeah.
So, if they were going to do that with Venom, they just deepen it. They do what they did with Tom Hardy in the Venom films. Deepen his voice. He'd have a bit more of a darker tone to it. That's how they do it. But no, I don't think Venom is Peter Parker. It could be Harry Osborn, but we don't know because all we know of Harry Osborn is that he's got the symbiote, but we don't know if he turns into Venom because he's still sick at this point. So we'll just have to wait and see how they play it out.
What do you think of? Now I know they were setting up some Green Goblin stuff in the last game.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think of maybe Norman Osborn getting the symbiote?
No, I'm pretty sure if you look online, there is some leaked concept art of Norman, or the Green Goblin. I'm pretty sure it'll be Norman, or it could be Harry. We don't know, but it's the Green Goblin, and he's fighting Miles in what looks to be a school. So, we'll have to wait and see for that. They definitely teased the Green Goblin. We're definitely getting him in this game.
So do you think Green Goblin could be the secret villain that Doc Ock was to? Could
be. The only thing is Doc Ock was kept a secret, whereas this is very much teased. It's it's on the level of like Venom was teased, and so like Green Goblin was teased in the game when you're playing one of the Mary Jane missions. So we'll have to wait and see for that. I've got a quick question, just bouncing off of that. What did you think to the slowed down Mary Jane and Miles Morales missions in the first game? Because I know a lot of people really don't like them.
At first, I thought they was fun, but let me tell you, when I have replayed the games, those are the bits that I try and rush through as quick as possible.
Mm-hmm.
It's just because it's a Spider-Man game. I want to play Spider-Man. That's what it comes down to. I want to play as Spider-Man.
I mean, it's in the name. The game's called Spider-Man, not
know,
Mary Jane.
Yeah, but I know, thingy at all, Mary Jane is a good character, but she's there to service Spider-Man. Not to be the playable character or to be the main character.
Yeah.
So.
Another quick thing. I'm jumping into theory territory here. But do you think there's going to be another playable character? Now, this could be literally anyone. It could be Venom, for all we know. Just because I've heard a lot of people complaining that the game doesn't look all that much different. It looks like a DLC. Peter's animations are exactly the same. Miles' animation look the same.
Guess what? It's the same person.
But that was the case with Thor Ragnarok, and then obviously, as you know, with Thor Ragnarok, probably the reason why they didn't develop the animations or probably didn't have time to do it. To
God of War Ragnarok.
What did I say?
Thor.
Oh, sorry. God of War Ragnarok. I don't know why I said Thor. I'm probably just because I enjoy Thor. Then God of War's whatever. In God of War Ragnarok, we had a surprise, and that was you could play as Atreus. Obviously, they then had to develop a new character model for that. They had to animate that, rig it, all that sort of thing. So, do you think that we're gonna have an extra playable character, and who do you think that would be, if we do?
If you'd have asked me before you told me that Eddie Brock's not going to be Venom, I would have said Eddie Brock doing stuff that sort of similar missions to what Mary Jane did in the first game, because he's a reporter, you know, so same sort of things, and maybe that's how we play him and get him, you know, maybe he investigates, you know, Norman Osborn's thingy like Mary Jane did, and that's how he gets the symbiote. No matter who Venom is, I feel like Insomniac don't want to miss the opportunity to let you play as Venom for at least a little portion of this game.
Yeah. No, I agree. Even if it's only for a little bit, maybe it's for like 1 or 2 missions.
Yeah, because I remember playing Spectacular Spider-Man when I was younger. And
you mean Ultimate Spider-Man?
Ultimate, is it Ultimate? Yeah, I remember playing Ultimate Spider-Man when I was younger, and that had the Venom and the, you know, the Peter Parker stuff. And I remember eating that little kid with a balloon, and I felt no other joy apart from eating little kids with balloons. So that's what I want to do in this game. I hope there's a little reference to it, like a kid with a little Spider-Man balloon.
There probably will be. I mean, I don't think, if I'm not wrong, Venom's not been featured as the sort of main character in a Spider-Man video game as of late. I know we had Carnage in the Amazing Spider-Man 2, and then we had in the Spider-Man 3 tie-in game, we had Venom in that, only briefly. So, you know, Venom's not really had his time to shine in video games. I feel like this is going to be his second coming, because obviously he was the main bad guy in Ultimate Spider-Man, but that was years ago. It's PS2. Not that he did a bad job of it or anything like that. It was really good. You could play as him. So we'll have to wait and see with that. I know that they want to do something fresh with Venom because everyone knows Venom's story now. But there's one thing that's kind of up in the air I'm really curious about. Is Venom going to be an alien, or is he going to be like in the Ultimate Comics, where I believe it's Eddie Brock's dad and Peter's dad actually create him as like a cure for these diseases and stuff? So who do you think? Which path do you think they'll go?
I think they're really going to stray away from Alien. I don't think they want to get into that. I feel like they know it's been done a few times. It isn't the Alien. Also, you get into more complicated things as well, like with Nolan, the god of the symbiotes and shit like that. If they do go Alien, you don't have to dive into that. There's no one saying you have to, but
yeah, because these games are very technology based,
Yeah.
aren't they? I mean, Spider-Man's suit is very technology based. So is Miles. So yeah, I mean, we'll just again, a lot of it's up in the air. I really don't like speculating about it, to be honest. I like going into going into it blind.
Completely Matt
I'm
Murdock.
open. Pretty much, yeah. So, you know, I'm probably not going to speculate too much after this now that we've had the release date and we've finally got some gameplay for it. We're obviously probably going to get some more trailers and stuff like that. But really, I'm just going to try to stay away and try not to have anything spoiled for me, because this story is if it's going to be anything like the first game, it's going to be phenomenal, and I cannot wait.
That, to me, the original Spider-Man game was the best Spider-Man story I had seen. But unfortunately for the Spider-Man game, later that year, Into the Spider-Verse came out. So it didn't have the top spot for long, but it was up there for a little bit at least.
Yeah.
So,
right. So our next topic now, Assassin's Creed.
whoop whoop, the thing that started mine and Kyle's friendship, Assassin's Creed.
It was
Assassin's
3,
Creed
wasn't
3, yeah.
And then Black Flag, and then Marvel, and now this.
Yeah, unfortunately.
So, with Assassin's Creed, we've actually got 2 bits of news regarding this. We've got gameplay, like a full sort of walkthrough, and we've also got the announcement. I believe it's for a VR version of the older games, if I'm not wrong. I've not really looked into the VR type of thing. When it comes to what they've announced for the Assassin's Creed, I'm not. It looked like a CG trailer. It looked like it was just teasing. But with obviously Mirage, it was an actual gameplay walkthrough. So yeah, Callum, what are your thoughts on the Mirage gameplay walkthrough? Because I'm interested.
They had me. I was excited. At first, I was like, "Oh my god, are they like trying to like recreate the first Assassin's Creed? Ever the first trailer ever? That was for the first game." The thing that lost me was when he was about to do his final stealth kill, and he does like the Batman, the thing where you go to multiple targets, but instead of making him flow in like in an interesting way, which they very well could, they just have him like teleport from person to person, and they really lost me there. But up to that point, I thought it was looking good. Unlike you, I like Assassin's Creed Valhalla. But I didn't play it as an Assassin's Creed game. I played it as a Viking game. But this does look more Assassin's Creed. So yeah, I'm excited. We'll get it day one. We know we will. It's a big part of both of our lives, and to get in there, do some assassinations, see how it works. Like I say, up until that point, I was good with it. I was enjoying what I was seeing. It looks like just more expanding onto the stuff we've already got.
Yeah,
but
to me, it sorry to cut you off. To me, it looks like what we have now with the RPG games, just without the RPG stuff.
Yeah.
For the gameplay, it does feel tight. It just looks a little slow. I was the same as you. There was a I think there was a mini gameplay bit they showed. I think it was like the first gameplay they showed. It was before this walkthrough, and it looked cool. You had social stealth. You blend in with crowds. You had the benches. You had the smoke bombs and all that sort of thing. There was no leveling or any of that stuff. It was just like a good old Assassin's Creed game. And then they go and do that weird Batman, but not as cool.
Yeah,
takedown.
What was it? It was a fear takedown, wasn't it, in Batman?
In Batman, it was, yeah.
Yeah.
Is the thing they've done this takedown thing. They did that takedown thing before Batman. Ubisoft. They did it with the Splinter Cell games. I don't know if you remember Conviction. You had that thing where you tag like 3 enemies and you press a button and then they'd all get killed instantly. Don't remember that?
No.
It was called like an execution thing, and you'd literally you tag 3 enemies, and you need to be in a good position, and then you press a button and it'd automatically execute them all quickly. And then in the next game, I think it was Blacklist, they improved upon that, where you could, instead of like stopping and just shooting, you could actually just keep on running, and you know, it looked really cool the way the way they animated it. And then obviously we got the Batman Fear takedown a couple of years after that, and that was just beautiful. It flowed so well. And then we get this, like, just snapping, teleporting. This reminded me of like the RPG stuff, and
Yeah.
um,
Yeah.
apparently we're getting a filter though, so it looks like the old AC1 game. It's gonna be like bluish, greenish kind of thing. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there was a point in Assassin's Creed Odyssey where you, like, you know, threw your spear, which doubled in as your hidden blade in that your spearhead. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there was like a move in that way, you like threw it at the ground and it fucking exploded around you and stuff like that. Yeah. Like I said, Assassin's Creed's been a big part of my life. It's really got me into gaming. I think Black Flag is one of the greatest games of all time. I love that game. Now Mirage, we'll see what happens. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna be playing it as soon as it comes out.
Here's what I hope, because we're not getting it in this game. Co-op. I hope co-op returns, because Unity, for all its flaws, it had a really good co-op system, and like a good co-op mode, just playing with your friends. Assassin's Creed, we've had it single player since the very beginning. As soon as they brought co-op into it, I didn't care what the gameplay was like. I mean, I still think Unity is you know, they didn't currently, you know, they didn't fully fix it. It feels like they just gave up on it, which is, it's quite sad. But the co-op in it, man, that was awesome. I remember me and you playing it, you know, just doing these takedowns, coordinated takedowns. The only thing that we've had that experience in was in the Ghost of Tsushima, the free multiplayer bit that they did. You know, where you go through and do missions stealthily, or, you know, you go in all guns blazing or katanas blazing. So yeah, I hope that when they know it, because obviously this game is going to do well, I hope that this will just maybe, you know, kind of like, you know, Ubisoft, come on, bring back co-op, you know, implement it. Because, you know, co-op does make a bad game fun sometimes, but this is a good game, and it'd make the game even better with co-op.
Yeah, they really don't want to try that again, do they, after
No.
Unity? Which is a shame.
The problem with Unity wasn't the co-op. That was the only good thing in that game.
Yeah.
It was just fully, like, it was bugged out. The parkour didn't work half the time. They tried too much for what they had. If they tried building Unity on these new generation, well, current gen consoles, PS5, it would work. They'd be able to do it. But I think they bit off more than they could chew at the time. With Unity, which is kind of disappointing. And we haven't had a co-op Assassin's Creed game, as far as I'm aware, since. Yeah, I don't think we've had anything since. So, yeah.
Yeah. Just one more thing I want to touch on. I like the idea of having Basim as the main character. You know, that's from Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I think it's alright to drop a spoiler for Valhalla. It's been out since, what, 2020?
Yeah, but it takes like 5 years to complete the game, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So.
Well, if you're alright with it, dropping it, then obviously Basim is Loki reincarnated. He was like the main, not the main, but he was like a villain at the end of Valhalla. You know, he's the last person you fight, but then he gets like resurrected in the future, and he's walking around in our time. So I'm really interested to see where they take that. This actually might be the first Assassin's Creed game where I'm, you know, since Desmond died, that I'm excited for the present day stuff. So yeah, but that's all I have to say about Assassin's Creed now.
Yeah, I mean, I like that it's kind of tailored to, you know, the newer games, but it is really tailoring to the OG games. So I'm glad that that's a really good way of implementing and blending the two sort of different type of games together. But it's still, it's all meshing together into this new Assassin's Creed game. So yeah, I'm not really gonna bother talking about VR Assassin's Creed just because
Gimmick.
it's probably going to be a gimmick. If it's a full game in VR, then that's probably really, really cool. But from what I've seen, it's just a CG trailer, so I'm not really going to touch upon that. So yeah, for our next topic, it's going to be the Avatar gameplay. I think it's Avatar Frontiers of something something.
Frontiers of Pandora, I think.
Yes, I think it's probably that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I've had a look at the gameplay. When I seen the sort of gameplay trailer, and I sort of I rewatched it again, dissected it a little bit. I wasn't impressed, to be completely honest. I was like, oh, it's first person. That's a cool new take. Um, the more and more I watched, the more and more. I don't want to say it first. I want to get your opinion, Callum. What do you think?
So, two things. This is just a skinned Far Cry game from when I was watching it. This is a skinned up Far Cry game.
It is literally
Yeah,
Far Cry Pandora Chronicles or some shit like that.
yeah.
It's no different.
That being said, what we've just said about Assassin's Creed is co-op multiplayer. So I do see us having some fun with this game. It'll be like, I remember when we both played. I remember it was Christmas Day and we were both playing Far Cry 4.
Mm-hmm.
So I do see us having fun with it. There wasn't anything that blew me away really, but who knows? Maybe if this game can capture the magic of Far Cry 3, maybe this will be a solid game. But the magic of Far Cry 3 was the story. The gameplay really came second to that. But yeah, it's definitely just Far Cry. Definitely just Far Cry.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. That's why I didn't say anything. I just wanted to see if you'd say the same thing, and you did. It is. Let's be real. It's just Far Cry reskinned as an Avatar game. I was really hoping for something really innovative, something new from Ubisoft. Unfortunately, we're not getting that. But if you love the Far Cry games and you're still playing them, you're still having fun with them, I'm happy for you. It's
Yeah, I haven't
it's
played
what
since 5, I think.
Yeah, I didn't bother playing anything after 5. To be honest, I didn't really play 5. I played the arcade mode. I was building maps and stuff like that in that. That's all I did in 5. I know that people are saying that the newer games are really good as well, but to be honest, they just look exactly the same. So, yeah, with that, it's Far Cry. Do you know what it is? It's Far Cry Primal 2 in space.
Yeah, with guns.
With guns. Yeah, the space part. It's just like I said, in the co-op mode. I hope there is a co-op mode. It'll be a blast. It'll be a great time running around as avatars with your friends. Just going full on commando.
Around and like diving and all that sort of shit. Yeah.
I'm all for that. The thing, if there's anything in this game that for me can be really redeemable and to make me really want to play through it and go through this recycled gameplay, is the story, because I love the Avatar movies. I love the first one. I really enjoyed the second one.
I think the second one's better than the first.
I've rewatched it. I think it's slower in the middle. The pacing just kind of dies off. That's my only criticism. What's that?
I think it's better written.
Yeah.
I think the writing's a lot more solid.
Like I said, I think the only problem with the second film is just the pacing in the middle. It dies down a bit. But other than that, I think Avatar 1 and 2, and obviously with the future films we're going to get, are going to be phenomenal, and I can't wait. I'm excited. I love this universe. I can't wait to see where they take it next. I played the original Avatar game. years ago when it was a movie tie-in game. It was actually pretty good because you got to choose from the get-go, from the very start, if you play as the humans or the Avatar, the Na'vi.
Ah.
Oh, yeah, you could full on, you could be a Na'vi with big machine guns, or you could have all the bow and arrows and the spears, and you'd be fighting the humans on the planet, and then you got to drive those big mimic walkers when you were humans, and you get to fly in the banshees as well when you're a Na'vi. What a game that was! What a great tie-in game. They really gave that a lot of love, and I was just hoping that we'd get something like that. Unfortunately, we're not. So, yeah, I hope the story is good, and that's the best thing I can say about that.
Hope we
To
get
be honest,
a good Far Cry game, a good Avatar game.
a Far Cry game in space.
Yeah. Also, for me, the title Avatar doesn't really fit because an avatar is someone, when the person goes into the Na'vi that's been bred from them. Obviously, it's brand recognition. They're not going to change it, Not for me having a small little criticism like that. Go, fucking hell, Callum said it's not actually an avatar, so I'm going to change it. Obviously, brand recognition, people know it. People know them as avatars, so...
Would you rather the game be called Far Cry Pandora?
Yeah, absolutely. Because at least it'd be an honest title.
That would be an honest title, yeah. Yeah. It's one of them ones, unfortunately.
I'm looking forward to it. I feel like we'll have some fun time.
Yeah, I feel like we'll have a little bit of fun, but it was a bit of a letdown, I can't lie. Right, so our final topic, I saved for us because it's Star Wars. I just thought I'd save that last.
Hell yeah.
So we are. It's been teased for a long time that we're supposed to get in a. I swear we were supposed to get one from EA, but I'm pretty sure that's been canned now.
No, EA is the Fallen Order and Survivor.
No, I know, but I mean, do you not remember years ago when they?
Yeah, the guy who walked out the tent.
That walked out, and there was the big Star Destroyer. Yeah. I'm pretty sure they said that was supposed to be an open world Star Wars game as well, but we've not got anything from that. We now finally have. I think it's not. It kind of is, but it kind of ain't. People are hailing it as the first open world Star Wars game, but Jedi Survivor is kind of open
it's
world.
Like God of War, like linear open world.
Yeah, it's linear open world. So, but this is going to be like the full thing, full open world. Star Wars Outlaws. Bit of a kind of mobile game-esque name. I can't lie. But yeah, I had a quick glance at the gameplay, only the first part. But from what I've seen, it does look pretty good. I like that there's the options of a little bit of stealth. The combat looks fluid. The blaster combat looks fluid. It doesn't look like your typical Ubisoft game, which I'm really happy about. I'm glad we're not getting Far Cry Star Wars. So yeah, what are your thoughts on this new Star Wars game?
Well, my thoughts are it's a Star Wars game. That's great. It seems to be set in that era just before A New Hope again. It looks like that. I didn't know there was any gameplay out. I just saw the cinematic trailer.
Oh yeah, no, there's gameplay.
Is the gameplay?
Yeah, there's gameplay walkthrough. Yeah. I'll best way I can describe it is it's third person, action blaster. It looks good. It doesn't look like a Ubisoft game, and that's the best compliment I can say right now because Ubisoft, with a lot of the games and a lot of the big franchises, it's copy and paste. Even with the new stuff they're doing, like I said with Avatar, it's very copy and paste. But this looks like it's going to be it's open world, but it's new, it's different. So I'm really excited to see what they do with this. Um, yeah.
Yeah, I'm. Like I say, count me in for anything Star Wars related, game related. Obviously we're not seeing the gameplay. So you're a blaster hero, I'm assuming. Stealth elements in there. That's good. Love a good stealth element. I've got one question. We got a teaser trailer nearly 2 years ago now, I think, for a Star Wars game. What is that one? Star Wars what? With the drums and the...
Oh yeah. If I'm not wrong, I
Eclipse?
heard some news.
Is it Eclipse?
I think it's Eclipse. Yeah. That's in development hell at the moment, apparently. So, from what I've heard last, it's not in active development. It's still on the table to be made. It's just no one's doing anything with it. So we'll have to wait and see. They did a CGI trailer before they even know what the game's about.
Oh, that's always a good start.
Yeah. It's announcing a game far too. It's like saying, oh, I'm gonna make I don't know, a new Assassin's Creed game. We don't even have a main character. We don't even have where it's going to be set, when it's going to be set, what the gameplay is going to be like. That's literally what it's like. It's like announcing before the game's even been really thought about.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm glad we got some of the Star Wars, and I'm glad it's not, again, copy and paste. So we'll just have to...
Like, right after Survivor came out, obviously as well, people will be like, "Oh, we don't have your lightsaber in the game." You know, if you want a game where you're swinging around a lightsaber and you're a Jedi, then go play Survivor.
Battlefront.
Oh, Battlefront. Yeah.
Battlefront.
So many days spent on Battlefront. Got the Metal Leg Maul skin on both Xbox and PlayStation. How sad is that? But
Remember when you did that, we all stopped playing it.
Yeah, as soon as I got the schedule, I stopped playing. Fuck you, by the way. But no, I like the commando droid as well. You know, the one that seems to be her companion in all of it. The thing that's not winding me up, but the thing that's like, why does Star Wars have to do this in the games? Is she's got that creature on her shoulders, and it's just can't help but remind me of BD1.
I get you. It does feature in gameplay,
right?
From what I've seen. So it is gameplay. It is a gameplay mechanic, which is good. I'm glad it's not some pointless thing that just sits on your back. The thing with obviously your small companions, we're getting it. I feel like we're getting it a little bit more now. Obviously with Jedi Fallen Order, the first one, you had BD, and he didn't really do anything, did he?
Apart from
he was just
stims and scanning stuff.
Yeah, but that could have all been done easily without him. And then in the second one, Survivor, he was really bunked up, you know, because you had all those puzzles where he'd be like a cannon for the laser and stuff like that. So that, you know, I feel like they did a really good job at helping flesh him out and make him an actual really good mechanic in the game. But BD, I'll even if he didn't do anything, he's cute as fuck.
I love BD. I love BD one.
I love BD. I mean, he can literally do nothing, and I'd still love him. So, yeah. But as I said, this is, you know, the little pet on the side. It looks like it's going to have some sort of gameplay mechanics in it, as well as being like the cute thing. Because for some reason, everything's in Disney Star Wars needs a small little cute thing.
Yeah, even Grogu.
Well, I mean,
I'm just gonna say
Grogu's
this
the exception
right now. BD1 would absolutely fucking murder that thing on her shoulders. It'd tear it to bits.
That's a very dark turn there, Callum. I was trying to end it on a high note, but yeah, I think that'll probably do it for the topics today. Callum, what are your most anticipated games of this year, or what is your most anticipated game out of these topics?
Out of these topics right now, the thing that's on top of my list is obviously Spider-Man. I think, as most Spider-Man fans and gaming fans, PlayStation fans, what the thing they're most excited for is it's going to be Spider-Man. Spider-Man's the whole reason I got a PlayStation in the first place.
Now, is Starfield going to be the reason why you get an Xbox?
It
Again.
very, very well could be, yeah. It looks great. I can't fault it. I'm excited for an Xbox exclusive. So yeah, it's up there. Obviously, I've got my concerns of like, will I have the time to jump into it? But I think I will.
I think you'll be able to do the, like I said, I think you'll be able to do the story, and you'll be able to do a couple things, customize your ship, make a base, but you'll mainly focus on the story, I think.
But yeah, top 3: Spider-Man. Fucking, oh my god, why have I forgot it? Starfield, and the new Far Cry game, just from the co-op elements alone. Oh, sorry, I mean Avatar. But yeah, from the co-op elements, that comes out in what, December? I know we'll chuck that on and we'll just have a dumb time on it and doing stupid stuff. So
yeah, over Christmas it'll just be something to play.
But yeah, what are you most looking forward to? Let me guess.
You know what? I'll say this. Starfield and Spider-Man are probably up there at the same position. Especially with their release dates now. I was hoping that the release dates would be separate, but not sort of too far apart. They have landed perfectly for me. Starfield comes out in September, start of September. So I've got September, and then I've got October. I'm going to be playing Starfield a lot, like a lot. So I've got all that time to play it. I've got all that time to flesh it out. And then I can jump in and play Spider-Man as soon as that comes out. I feel like when Starfield comes out, I won't even be waiting that long for Spider-Man to come out, because I'll be so
something
much,
nice to bridge the.
Yeah, it'll literally flow along so well. I'll probably even still jump back on Starfield afterwards, just because of how big that game is. Once I've completed Spider-Man, I've 100%ed it or whatever I've done with it. So yeah, I feel like the release date's perfect. It's just landed in a very good spot for me personally. So yeah, for the open world Star Wars game, it looks promising. It looks good. I'll give it. I can't lie. I wasn't looking forward to it. I was like, an open world Star Wars game by Ubisoft. It's gonna be generic. You run around, you collect shit, you do your typical things, you rinse and repeat. This looks like it has a bit more depth to it.
So you're telling me it doesn't look like Far Cry?
No, definitely not. It's got stealth elements to it, which is a surprise. I didn't expect that. And then for the new Far Cry game, yeah, I mean, it'll be a good time in co-op. So yeah, we'll just have to see how that goes. Right, this has been the first gaming segment of Movies and Beyond. This is the Beyond part, where we talk about anything else other than movies. So we'll talk about shows, but gaming's going to have its own sort of segment. I'm probably going to be in the lead for that. Callum's going to be in the lead for the movies, probably the TV shows as well. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and we'll probably do this not as frequently as the movie stuff.
Maybe like once a week.
Well, probably once or twice a week. Just with gaming news, it changes very quickly, so there's always something to talk about. So, maybe it'll be more than once or twice, we'll never know. We might do shorter little clips just speaking about stuff, just getting our thoughts, or maybe like some of that's popped out. Because at the same time, with gaming news, unfortunately, you get a load in such a small space of time, and then all of a sudden you'll get literally nothing for months, if not sometimes years. So, yeah, we'll just see how that goes. But I hope you enjoyed. I hope I've been a good host. Callum, thank you for your thoughts and opinions, and I don't know how to end this. I'll let you take over from now.
So yeah, like, subscribe, share, show us to your mother. This has been Movies and Beyond gaming segment. Hope you all enjoyed, and we will see you tomorrow.